Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Now Gino. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Smith. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass. Picked it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He fakes a spike. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
After the sack on 1st down, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. He'll get that one to Carter complete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. To the air again, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers have cut it back within score. The point after is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin is rebuking. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments. We're going to repeat it the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
2nd and 10, Smith again, eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Throwing now is Geno. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
19 tight, Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And Walker has it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Rocket in motion right. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Charger drive about to get going. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Uchenna Nwosu. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They snap it to Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far in this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Here we go, set.
Rocket the man in motion. On 1st down, Smith. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chargers, 16.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his left. And this is caught by Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
Before number 3 pick, Joey Bosa bringing the lumber that time.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
18 targets, 18 targets. Left wing, 19.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On the return, Carter. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Allen's got it complete. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. If they didn't get that done, this time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Gino on 1st down. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
The center receiver in motion to the right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Lockett the man in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. A quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times.
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
That was a nicely run slant route. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First down, Seahawks.
19 Lions.
Smith on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
70 Rangers.
To throw again on second down. Smith. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal.
Gino now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. To the air again, Smith. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this?
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
18-11, 18-11, nothing 19.
Lockett, the man in motion. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Gino. That's caught. And again, it's Goodwin. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gino's going to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Seahawks 39, Chargers 16.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Lockett, the man in motion.
19 right.
After the interception, here's Smith. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On first down, it's Smith.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10. Locking the man in motion. Smith going to throw it. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second and 1 from the 2. Out of the gun, Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
The Charger drive about to get going. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
23 yards the pickup there.
Well, this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Herbert now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing on second and long. Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time.
Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the...